Hey guys, MC Mura here, and if there's one thing that you will hear a lot about Street Fighter 6, it's that the game is pretty hard, especially from the really good players. And what they're talking about here is that the game is hard to be consistent in. Street Fighter 6 is considered to be a very volatile game. But why is that the case? I believe there is three main reasons as to why Street Fighter 6 is such a volatile fighting game, super hard to be consistent in. And the first one, well, it's how you get to land the damage. We got Chun-Li in Street Fighter 5, and I know Street Fighter 5 is a game that's not loved by many of the guys on the internet, but I am using it to prove a point, to talk about exactly what I want to address in Street Fighter 6. I'm talking about how you actually happen to land damage. How do you get the big hits in Street Fighter? In Street Fighter 5, if you're playing Chun-Li, how would you get damage? Obviously, one of the main options is you happen to get a jump and then you do a massive combo, a big combo that does a lot of damage. That is fine. That is in every game you happen to land a jump in, you get big damage, that's fine. But if we're talking about grounded play, how would Chun-Li get damage in Street Fighter 5? One option was a standing heavy punch. This was a really good poke, but it was nothing more than that. It was a good poke. Now, if you had meter and you can hit confirm, you can hit confirm it into her level 3 or her critical art, her super, and this could land you big damage, but this relied on a hit confirm and you only had access to this once you were at full meter. Right? Another poke is the back or forward medium punch. You're not getting anything out of this one unless, again, you hit confirm and you V-trigger activate. You don't got V-trigger all the time. And if you got a counter hit, you can counter hit confirm into EX legs, and this does give you a pretty good knockdown, right? How else would you happen to convert with Chun-Li? Maybe the opponent was jumping in at you, right? Let's say here Ryu is gonna do a jump in and I get my anti-air and then maybe go for a side switch mix-up or a meaty here, right? This was a good way that you could convert as well, but this relies on the opponent giving you the jump in. They're giving you the damage. Maybe I landed a standing heavy kick, right? And just happened to crush counter and then I get the dash up damage. That is not bad. And the final main way that you happen to land hits were a crouching medium kick and you hit confirm this into EX legs, right? You hit confirm this into EX legs, or if you were crouching, you get a spinning bird kick, right? This was primarily how you landed damage with Chun-Li in Street Fighter 5. And what I want to say here is that it was small openings that are typically not that risky, but typically not that damaging. Typically, a character like Chun-Li in Street Fighter 5, you didn't land the big hits that gave you big damage, insane corner carry, and all of that. The only time you actually happen to get this is through something like this, like you get a V-trigger activation, right? And V-trigger 2, once you actually got that, was really good as well, because now any heavy punch, you can hit confirm and now you're getting more damage. That was probably when Chun-Li was really dangerous, right? But otherwise, you had to win the ground game. You have to win it either with whiff punish, hit confirming, crouching medium kick wasn't easy at all, or you would land these small hits that were typically not that risky, but also not that insanely rewarding. Alright, so now we got Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6, and the thing with Street Fighter 6, the problem here is that the rewards that you get out of every hit have been increased so much, both in terms of damage and in terms of the utility. So for example, remember I said that you could land a crouching medium kick there, you combo into an EX legs, and this typically gives you a knockdown, and you can then get some Oki, remember, right? Or if you're crouching and you're charging, you get a spinning bird kick. Well, that is still the same in this game, but if you got the EX legs, you can now combo into the level 2 super, right? Which means that you're getting good damage, but also there is now drive rush. You're able to confirm, or even not confirm, even on block, you're still in a very good position. You're able to convert out of this into really damaging combos with a lot of corner carry, and now you got the Oki and you got the opponent in the corner, and you can start oppressing them with throw loops that are real or somewhat fake, like Chun-Li. right? So you can start doing that. So crouching medium kick, this got an upgrade. That standing heavy punch. I remember when I told you that back then it was like a really good poke. Well, in this game, not as much because there is drive impact. This move is not nearly as effective as it used to. But you are rewarded more if you happen to get this as a punish counter or even like a counter hit. On counter hit, you do get the ability to cancel into stance and get damage. On a punish counter, even more because you're getting the medium. So this could lead to massive reward. That's almost 32% here. No supers required. If you happen to get it as a punish counter, the move is 13 frame startup. So this is like totally doable, right? This is like a real legit combo that happens a lot in games, right? This is not really something that you would never see, right? Remember that back medium punch that was just a poke and was really annoying. In this game, it's cancelable, and you're not just getting the cancel into like the lightning legs and the knockdown. No, because of drive rush, you're able to combo into like the big damaging hits, right? You're able to get that. Yeah, this need to be crouching, and I need to get a medium first. Yeah, right. But that's like that was like a solid 26%, and you got a corner carry, and you can add a super here, so that is a really good situation. Even something as her jabs, like even if I get a jab here, right, I'm still getting the big damage. That was like almost 200 or 2000 damage. That's almost like 20%, like a solid 20% from a jab, and even more obviously if I use something like super as end, right? So what I'm trying to say is every hit now, because of drive rush, you're getting the bread and butter type damage out of your combos. Everything will lead to drive rush, and this is especially on like good characters like someone like Chun-Li, because anytime you drive rush, you're almost always able to get a jab at least. So you're getting the back heavy punch into this launcher, and now you're getting the big damage, right? This is what makes a character like her really good. Ken is also able to get like ridiculous damage. A lot of the really good characters, like for example Luke, anytime you land even like a drive rush jab with Luke, you're getting a crouching heavy punch into knuckle. So what I'm trying to say is the game now, the rewards that you're getting from landing hits is massive, right? Risk reward on throwing the moves now is leaning a lot more in the rewards, but this is also applying to your opponents, because now like any crouching what used to be crouching medium kick fireball is now crouching medium kick into massive damage, or even if you happen to block, they are still getting a mix. So it's in general like hits leads to way more now, and even on hit and on block, to be honest. Like the situation, both situationally, both corner carry wise and hits wise, you're getting way more damage. The reason that the game is a lot more volatile is, well, it's what you saw at Capcom Cup. So this is the final round at Capcom Cup. This is Uma with Yuri versus Chris Wong with Luke, and check this out and tell me if you can spot why the game is volatile.
To whip punish that because of the startup and the spacing underneath. Oh, okay. Splurged a bit too much meat and he will get punished for his troubles here, Uma. And it will be a level 3. And this is what's very good in the game. If somebody doesn't make
He's going to Memphis.
You punish it and take as much drive range as possible. Let's see what the choice is from Uma. Perfect parry! Takes away the setup for the feng shui engine.
There is it. You just seen it. It's a perfect parry. Perfect parry, especially with characters, and the fact that most of the time like you can combo into either supers or like a DI, and that does effectively force the opponent to burn out, and there are like real legit checkmate situations. This means that it's actually very easy to swing rounds. If you notice the situation here, Chris Wong, he was in a fantastic position. Like he had almost, his health was at like an 80%, Yuri was at like 50, so he got like a 30% lead or so. He had more drive, so he was in a very good position. But what happens? A parry, like you can call it a guess, you can call it a read, whatever, but there is a random element here, right? Because if Chris Wong simply walked forward and decided to throw, Uma was gonna be almost burnt out. So worked out for him, he got the level 2 cancel. Yuri got the ability to combo into level 2, which did actually deplete. To check out, initial hit caused a drainage of drive, and then the level 2 super will drain one more stock. So now Chris Wong is left with less than one stock. He's getting hit, he's gonna combo into the DI, and now he's in burnout. So almost like 3 bars lost of his drive simply because of perfect parry. And this happens often. This happens fairly often, I will say, in this game. Like, it's not an uncommon occurrence. Third reason that this game could be very volatile is simply critical arts, both their damage scaling and the fact that again they attack your opponent's drive directly and more often than not lead to OK. So here we got Luke and Ryu. I'm gonna simply combo into a critical art by Luke, which is easy enough to combo into, and Ryu now is almost gonna be in burnout, right? Let's make it so that Ryu now will happen to block like the incoming attack on wake up, because I do get OK here. Now he's in burnout, right? And this means that I get to abuse him with my plus frames. Bam. Now he got stunned. And obviously his health is set to regenerate, but you do get the idea, right? It's very easy to snowball opponents. Now Luke is a character where it's kind of standard, but there are some characters that do get like insane stuff. Like for example with Marisa, right? Marisa hits you once, you're losing the 2 bars and you're in the corner. So for example here, let's say that I get the level 3 super with Marisa. Buckle up, take my love. Alright, so let's make it so that his health doesn't regenerate. Let's make it standard. And let's say that he doesn't got bars, right? This is like pretty much like a checkmate situation, right? And take a look at how much damage he did. Obviously, he did regenerate some damage because I changed the health bar, but you get the point, right? It's easy to get OK after critical arts. Now, some characters do, some characters don't, and it's different a little bit character by character, but most of the good ones do, right? Most of the good characters actually do get drive back. Again, a character like Ken, right? Shonryu Rippa. Let's make Ryu block here. Sit down and shut up. Right, and now Ken get to bully Ryu, right? Now the steady heavy punch becomes plus. And now Boor dude, you go get like a jumping combo here, right? So take a look at how much damage that did to the Ryu if the opponent doesn't got a reversal ready, if they don't got a reversal super, or if they're unable to react, they could be done for, right? And you may tell me, well, you can parry that hit, and you can. Oh my god. Training mode, please. Let's set Ryu to wake up with a parry. Shiryu Rippa, sit down and shut up. Ryu wakes up with a parry here. He's in burnout, he got punish countered, and bam, that's a round. Ken's gonna keep doing this until he gets hit. More often than not, in this situation, both the critical art, most people actually do get hit intentionally simply to avoid the burnout. So critical arts forcing really high damage, being pretty easy to combo into, and giving you boost OK that could simply force the opponent to get burned out and then get the drive impact wall splat, the fact that perfect parry can totally swing rounds, and obviously the fact that most hits do lead to big damage. I do believe all of these factors combined are the main reason that Street Fighter 6 is such a volatile game. It makes it fun. I think it does actually make it a really fun game, but also makes it a very volatile one. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me or do you not? Do you like this direction or do you not? I would love to hear your thoughts about all of this in the comment section below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.